Ooh, I think I messed up and forgot to hit some buttons, but that's all right. We are here now. Let me make sure I get everything set up for you guys. And today we are talking about the path to scalability. We are going to be going over marketing and what we need to do to get our marketing at a scalable place. Let me get everything shared in our group here, and that way, oh, we are live. All right, here we go. So today we've got a lot of really cool stuff that we're doing. We're going to be talking about we're going to be going through our path to scalability and what we've been working on every Friday. Last week we actually finished up kind of our rough outline, rough drafts of what we're going to be doing. And so today we are going to be jumping in and diving in much deeper on the process, what this we're gonna start drilling in. And so we are going to be going over our marketing side, but before we do that, actually got some pretty big updates for you guys here. And if you're joining me, give me a hi. Let me know that you're hanging out. Let me know that you're here with me. And yeah, because I got some cool stuff to share. And nobody's hanging out with me. Let's see what's happening. Make sure everything's sharing in my group. Okay. Yep, we're here. All right, very good. All right, so we're just going to get rock and rolling. You guys can catch up and get in here with me and get things rocking and rolling. But the first thing that I want to show you guys is this. We have, let me share my screen. I spent a massive amount of time getting our rebuilding our affiliate manager training, getting everything up and going, getting making sure that you guys have access to everything you need for setting up the affiliate manager inside of your Profit account, Profit Lifter account. So very excited about this. I spent a lot of time revamping everything. Hey, Brant, glad to see you here today. Happy Friday to you as well. So with this, we have set up all of your training now. We've got videos in here that will walk you through each step of the process. You can see this one's a little bit longer, 12 minutes. It's almost an hour's worth of training that we have built out inside of here for you. Those of you guys who already have the Affiliate Manager Snap-on installed, that is actually we just pushed the update into your account. So you should have access to everything right there now. But while we're doing that, I actually want to just show you what this looks like. So give me just a second. Make sure I'm pulling up the right account here. All right. Here we go. All right. So some of this stuff's going to look the same because is what it is. It's just kind of there. But we consolidated your funnels, cleaned up everything. Yeah, shoot, I took off all my colors and stuff in here. One second. Let me just clean this up really quick so it actually looks decent. Oh, I was in the wrong account. That's why it updated that. Oh well. Okay, no worries, all good. We're still gonna rock and roll in here. But we updated your landing page, so and your payouts page. Your payouts page now has it has a button right up here to click. Let me see if I can find find an account that has it. What's up, Mr. Brett Moore? What's up, Mr. Mike South? Glad you are here. Brett came in, said hi, and then left. He just deleted it on me. All right, all good. All right, let me switch over to our Profit Lifter account, and so I can show you what this looks like. So we have our affiliate manager is all updated. It's all ready to go, looking nice and clean, looking good. Everything is set up there. So so that is updated. But I want to show you a little bit of the automations. We have gotten these all straightened out. These are nice and clean and looking so much better. So we have your affiliate registration, your W-9s, affiliate indoctrination sequence, affiliate sales notification, and sales manager setup. So what we did with this, and I sat down and actually just went through, your name was spelled incorrectly. My name was spelled incorrect. What? Was it on the email? I literally did that like a minute before we had to jump out here. Man, it has been a week, guys. We've been like with this whole process of getting this. The reason that this affiliate manager took so long. This is the one Snap-on that goes into a lot of different areas inside of your Profit Lifter account, including like your community, getting your community, setting up the campaigns. So, but it's all done. It's ready to go. It's rocking and rolling. We got your show you how to update your campaigns in there. Everything. It is all set up. It's ready to go. But you guys are good to go on that. So if you haven't had a chance to go yet, here it is. I'll share this link in here. If you already have the affiliate managers downloaded, all you have to do is go to the membership site, and it will pull it in here, or it will pull up here. I just shared the link for you guys in here. But this will take you to the membership site that will take you to the training. I think one other training that I need to do on here, that I will work on is, I'll work on that today, is like updating the affiliate manager, like showing you where all the emails are, so when you do want to tweak them, that you can jump in there and do that. But it's all done. It's ready to go. It is live. It is active. Now that we have this done, we are officially like just sprinting head first into the Snap-on campaigns and getting those loaded. But that's not all. We actually have a couple beta testers that we're connecting with today, that we are showing our new in-app ad platform as well. It's AI ads. So it's going to have all the AI content, images. You're going to be able to post ads on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and then Google. You can do search ads. You can do all the types of ads. So it's really slick. Very excited about it. And the cool thing about this is that it's actually going to be, it has a library. So like ads that we've been creating for people, and that we know that are working, that are there. You're going to have the ability to load those ads and actually launch them and run them right through your Profit Lifter account. And the reason I'm excited about this is because now, instead of just building you guys one Snap-on a week, now we can start building you one Snap-on and one ad campaign, so that you guys can have just this massive library of tools and resources at your fingertips, to go out there, generate traffic, set retargeting up, just basically do whatever it is you need to do. And it's all going to be available for you right inside of Profit Lifter. So a lot of really cool things that are finally getting launched, and it's taking a little bit longer. It always takes longer to get done than what we expected. But that's just kind of the journey. All right, so now that we've covered all the fun stuff, we're going to jump into our training today. We are talking about the path to scalability. Sorry, I'm clicking around a lot here. We are talking about our path to scalability, and what that looks like, and just really how everything that is, what you need to do to get your business to the point where it is scalable, that you have all your tools at your fingertips, and that you can start running ads, you can start bringing on new clients, you can start doing everything that you need, and have it all right there at your fingertips, and have confidence knowing that as you start going down this path for growth, that you've got everything right inside, right there at your fingertips to make it work for you. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, so today we are going to be talking about setting up a scalable marketing system. That is where we are starting on this. We actually have not started a Miro map on that, but that's okay. We're going to do that now. going to put this over here under our marketing strategy, because I'll tell you guys a secret. All the strategies I'm sharing with you are the same strategies I'm using myself. So I'm not just an owner. I'm also a client. All right, this is good. This is a good starting point, I think. As good as any, right? All right. So let's start. We're going to start here. All right, so let's jump into our path to scalability, and let's start talking about how we build a scalable marketing system. Now, again, one of the things that you want to think about is marketing is different than advertising. And so like our goal is obviously with marketing is always to produce leads. Like that should be your number one goal for your marketing, is generating leads and then turning those leads into sales. But that sales process is in and of itself, it's a different system that we're going to be building, that we're going to be mapping out. So today we want to start thinking about marketing. Like how do we put together a scalable system for your company that makes it where you can scale your marketing? So if we know so the first thing that we want to think about here is how to use high quality qualified leads. Now, this is all stuff that will change over time. And it should be looked at multiple times. And so the first thing that we want to look at though is we want to be thinking about like who is our avatar. So this is going to be the goal, and then we're going to say how do we get to that goal. So the first thing that we want to think about is we want to think about our avatar. Like who is it that we're actually marketing to? Because if we're going out just throwing stuff against the wall hoping it sticks, you could be attracting a bunch of 18-year-olds who are trying to buy fidget spinners or whatever kids buy now. And I sounded old right there. Dang. But essentially what we're going to be doing here is we want to be thinking through when we're running ads, when we're talking with people, who is our ideal client? So I know from my experience, my ideal client, I want to think through age. I want to think through like some of the major demographics. Then I want to be thinking about income, and this could be revenue if you're in the business to business space. And we also want to be thinking about like, I'm just going to call it qualities because I don't have anything better to think of, or anything better for that. So for our avatar, we want to be thinking through like who are we trying to approach? So business to business settings, I tend to go 28 to 60. Not that I'm discriminating against anybody who's under 28 or over 60. I just find that when you're speaking this language, it's a very large group of people. I mean, there's a 30-year and 32-year gap in there. But this helps to narrow it down because you'll find most business owners that are like really into growth and really into scaling and really into focused on like the big picture of their company, things like that. They're going to fall between that 28 to 60 range. What I find is most people, once they get over 60, their vision starts to change from growth to exit, where now they're looking at it going, okay, I've built this company. Now, how do I get out of it? How do I sell it? How do I make my money so I can retire and go play and go do what I want to do? Next, you want to start narrowing down your demographics, meaning that you want to think through like what are the qualities of this person that's between the age of 28 to 60. The other thing that you want to think about, actually, we're going to move this down here under demographics because this is going to make a little more sense here. So we're going to say 28 to 60. Next thing we want to think about is we want to think about gender. For a lot of business to business, it doesn't matter. So like that's any. But if you've got a specific product or service for an individual, or for a specific gender, that's something that you want to narrow down because it's gonna impact like your what you're talking about, or who you're talking to, how you're talking to them, any of that. So we want to be thinking through gender. We want to think through age. The other thing is we do want to think through income. So we're going to actually put this down under demographics. For qualities, I'm actually going to save this. So for right now, we're just going to put 60,000 plus. 100,000 is probably a little bit better quality, but I also think like younger entrepreneurs, if they're making 60,000 and they're married and their spouse is making money, their joint income could be up higher. But part of it is like I don't want to go after like in my targeting. I don't necessarily want to target people that are like working minimum wage or lower wage jobs or hourly jobs, simply because when you start going down that path, you start running into a lot more resistance against money. But kind of the 60 to $100,000 range is kind of that bottom line of what I want to be looking at. So next, I want to be thinking about like qualities. What am I looking for? I'm looking for business owners. So what about a business owner am I looking for? We want to be focused on interest in growth. We want to be thinking about like what are the different things. So what we're going to look at here is we want to define. So what we want to do is we want to define our avatar so that we know as we start building out all this stuff that we need that our foundation is right. So we're looking for business owners. Here I'm actually going to dig in more because we've got the income of the actual person, but now I want to start thinking about what does the revenue for the business owner look like. And for me, I think this should be like at least 100,000 to 5 million. And this is very much going to depend on your product. For those of you guys who are selling business credit, business loans, this is going to kind of be the same demographic. You're looking for smaller companies that they're needing the money for growth. They need the money for expansion, but they haven't quite hit that $5 million mark. Especially in the business credit world, because once you get to $5 million in revenue with your business, you can start qualifying. Like banks will start giving you loans. American Express starts giving you business credit cards without a personal guarantee if your business credit's up and going in there. But it is that $5 million mark, and so working with people up until that point makes sense. But going up to 10 million, I think is still a very viable option. Working with business owners that are bringing in a up to or that are doing up to $10 million annually with their business. So this is going to be our avatar. This is who we want to target. And just think through other things. Like if there is something very specific that your product fixes, this is where you would want to come in here and look through this. Meaning that, like if you are selling business credit or like credit repair or something that somebody may have some financial issues, you can put bad credit. Like these are the type of qualities that you want to define. People that is just really narrowing it down. And the reason is because this is all stuff that's going to be going into your content for your website, your landing pages, your email copy. Everything is really going to go inside of this, go under here. So so we're looking for business owners, and I think for now that really is something that's going to make sense. Now we want to start thinking. Now the next thing that we want to do is we want to jump into like how are we going to generate traffic? So this is our advertising. This is top of the funnel. So this is where an ad campaign starts to really become effective. And like as you're looking at getting into lead generation, you start thinking about this. The first thing that you want to think about is how are you going to generate traffic? Meaning that like if you just go out there and you're like, I have a product, nobody cares. Like let's just be honest about it. How many times have you seen somebody go, hey, I've got this product, and you look at it and you're like, it's a cool product, but it's not really what I'm looking for. People always are the same way. They're going to look at it and go, okay, that's a cool product, but there's 1,000 people offering this product. So before we get into our actual messaging, we want to be thinking about what way do we want to go about introducing ourselves? Just because you have a website does not mean people are going to find it. But this is where you're going to get into a whole, just a whole slew of different options. So with this, we want to be thinking about, and we're going to come over here because this is going to be an easier place to spell this out. So now that we have, actually, we're going to move this around a bit. We're going to call this marketing, and then we're going to move this over here. Oops, that's not what I was looking for. That's not working the way I wanted to. There we go. All right, so this is going to be our marketing. So the first thing we want to do is we want to define our webinar. Next, we want to be thinking about like how we want to be thinking about traffic, and we want to be thinking about how are we going to introduce ourselves. Now, when we get into the traffic world, there are a whole slew of options. So we're going to say paid ads. We're going to go SEO. We're going to say networking. We're going to say affiliate program. An affiliate program is kind of works really well for traffic, but you have to already have clients for an affiliate program to really work. But it does give you a very interesting hook to get out there and start advertising with and start bringing people in for. So we've got paid ads, we've got SEO, we've got networking, we've got affiliate programs, and yeah, I think that's a good starting point for us. Now, when we're looking at these paid ads, why won't it let me click this? I want this to go away. All right, jerk. There you are. All right, so let's dive into this more. We want to break this down. So when we're looking at paid ads, we want to be thinking about what type of paid ads, because just so if you go, I want to run ads. Okay, what kind of ads? You've got social media ads, you've got click ads, you've got search ads, meaning that like it will pull up in front of people of where they're looking for. And then we have a whole list of these somewhere. Let me see if I can find this real quick. We've actually been through this training enough that we should have all this stuff mapped out already for us. Let's see. This is under our marketing. All right, so we got organic videos, organic networking, live videos, daily posts. These are social media. We've got networking, paid ads. We've got social media. We've got search marketing, and that's what I was missing. I knew there was something that I was missing here. All right. We're going to go gold email campaigns. Actually, we're going to redefine this. We're going to call this, actually, we're just going to start a whole nother one here based off this. We're just going to call this list marketing. Okay, so with paid ads, we're going to have like social media ads, we're going to have click ads, we'll have search ads. And we also want to be thinking through like platforms, like we've got Facebook, let's just call this Meta. This is going to be Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. And from here, we also want to think, we've got YouTube, we've got LinkedIn, Twitter, if people advertise on Twitter anymore. I'm not sure if they actually advertise on Twitter. If you guys think of any ideas while we're filling this out, throw them out here. Let me know. I'm more than happy to add them to our list. Pinterest is another one. And you notice what I'm doing is I'm not necessarily saying exactly what I want to do just yet. What we're doing here, guys, is we're creating a list of things that we can do. Like what type of options are there? What type of ads can we run? And the reason that we want to do this is because when you're creating a plan to scale, you like you can always scale your ad budget, meaning that, like, let's say you just start running Meta ads. You're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're using their platform. Let's say you just start with $1,000 a month. You start with an easy budget. You get out there, you start running ads for $1,000 a month. Gets enough to feed maybe you, maybe one salesperson, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to bring on another salesperson. I want to scale. I want to, I'm going to just add more money. What will happen is your ad campaigns themselves are all going to kind of cap out. And so you're also going to be looking at multiple ads. But on top of the ads, you want to be also thinking about like the different platforms, because if you test something on Meta, that's only going to hit the people that are on Facebook or Instagram. Now, if you start advertising on YouTube, now you have a whole new audience that you can be talking about the same thing. Same thing with LinkedIn, with X, with Pinterest. Like each of these are going to have different, are going to attract different people. But while you're getting started, you may not want to look at it and go, I'm spending 1,000 on Meta, 1,000 on YouTube. Like now you've just running social media ads, you got $5,000 there, and that may not be the best use of your money. But you may look at it and go, okay, we're going to start with Meta. We're going to get our messaging down, really dial in our funnels, make sure everything's working and operating. Then once we're ready to scale, we already have the formula. We already have kind of the ingredients of everything we need. We're just going to put it in a different oven. So that gives you the ability to start running your ads on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and I know there are tons of other options that are out here. This is I'm trying to do as much of this without AI as I can at the moment, but you get it. So the next thing, so you want to be thinking through, okay, if we're running paid ads and we're running social media ads, what platform do we want to start on? Next, you want to be thinking about click ads. So this could be Google. This is going to include Bing. And the click ads and the search ads, they kind of really do go kind of hand in hand. But there is a difference with them that we'll get into. But you're going to have your Google ads, you're going to have Bing. This is going to be places like AdSense. I think ClickBank is one of them. But there are entire platforms that actually just focus on these running click ads for you that you can do. We're all familiar with the big ones, but there are a massive amount of different click ads. Search ads are going to be different. Search ads are, and I think like this beeswax actually fits more under, is going to fit more under search ads. Search ads are ads that get sent, that show up to people based on their search history, meaning that if they go in and they're like, okay, I'm going to look at Google, or I'm on Google and I'm looking for stuff, or I'm on Bing and I'm looking for stuff, this is going to let them, this is going to show them, or this is going to show based on their search history. So your click ads, your search ads are kind of the same thing, but there are differences in like when you're running and when you're running them. And even when you get into social media ads, even though you've got all your platforms, you also want to be thinking about, this may be a good idea. You also, so we've got our pen. We're going to call this one platform. Because the other thing that we want to look at here is we want to put SN ad types, meaning that all these that we just spelled out here are the different platforms, but now we want to be thinking about like what are the different types of ads that we could be running. You've got basic click ads that we're just going to call these landing page ads, where you're driving people to landing pages. You do have what's called form ads, where it uses a form right inside of the platform that will let them fill out stuff. You've also got like video ads, and the list just goes on and on and on and on and on. And part of the reason that we're mapping all this stuff out, guys, is like, as we get into this, like generating traffic, like if you're just getting started, generating traffic is not hard. As you start growing, it starts exponentially becoming harder. And so you have to get a lot more creative with like the stuff that you're working on. Meaning that, like, let's say you're running Facebook ads to a guide or like something that they're able to just click and download. You're going to get your people who show up there, and that's going to be great. And you'll build a retargeting list. They'll go into your email campaigns, yada yada yada. But there are going to be people that don't sign up for it. But another way that works really well is, like, if you've got a video ad, and let's say that you've got a video that you know performs well, people are engaging with it. Putting ad spend behind that video can go a very long way with building your custom audiences and setting up your list. So, man, setting up your list so you can retarget all these people and focus on them. And basically, what happens is, like, if they click on the video ads, you can set them up to end up different places and be retargeted on different platforms. Just it's a great way to increase your reach just with that. But these are all things that we want to be thinking about, because while you're getting started, you're going to need to look at this and go, what can I actually handle for the phase of growth that I'm in now? Like, what am I going to be able to? What are some kind of realistic things that I'm going to be able to accomplish or be able to manage and handle? Because if I told you, hey, you know what, if you're going to make any money at all, you got to run ads on all these platforms, you got to run all these different types of ads. You need click ads, you need search ads, you need YouTube ads, and blah, 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 blah. You're going to look at it and go, well, I'm never going to make any money. This is not possible. What we want to do, though, is we want to look at it and go, what is the one thing that we can do first that's going to provide us the highest return, that's going to get us right in front of our target audience, that is our avatar. So, like, we may look at it and go, I'm business to business. I think LinkedIn is going to be a great option for me because that's where all the business owners hang out, is on LinkedIn. So let's go to LinkedIn. Or you may look at it and go, I'm in groups and Facebook, so running ads on Facebook makes sense because people are already engaging with my page. They're already talking to me on Instagram and Facebook. There's no definitive answer on what is right or wrong. It's really a matter of you determining what you want to do. All right. So the next thing we want to look at is we want to be thinking about SEO. Now, when you're putting together a plan for scalability, part of the strategy of what you should be looking at is how can you use as many assets as you possibly can with the least amount of actual product creation. Meaning that, like, one of the, like, kind of the core foundation of search engine optimization, or SEO, are blog posts. So, like, as you're getting started, and guys, like, I know I'm just kind of going blah, here's everything. The reason that I'm just, like, throwing all of this out here for you right now is because I'm actually organizing this into a lead magnet and a guide that we're going to be able to help you with, like, as you get growing. So you'll be able to come in and go, okay, I need to run traffic. Currently running Facebook ads, I'm landing pages, and here's what I'm doing. But that's the reason that we're going through all this, is I want you to be thinking about this stuff. And instead of feeling like you've got to incorporate everything that you ever run into, I want you to be able to look at it and go, oh, I'm going to incorporate this on next quarter, or once I hit this benchmark of $1 million in revenue, and we've got X number of leads coming in, then we're going to start focusing on this other strategy. The reason that you want to do that is because, like, as you start jumping in here, if you don't have benchmarks and things that you're working on, what will happen is you may start running Facebook ads and they're working, but then you're like, I want to put all my ad campaign towards LinkedIn. You haven't proven LinkedIn. So what we're doing first is we're saying, okay, what is the one thing that I can do to start generating leads that's going to take me to that next level the fastest, like the quickest? What's the quickest thing that I can do to be able to get me up here and be able to make ads, or be able to get leads coming in right out of the gate. And then from there, then now you know you've got your revenue. Now it's time to start looking at multiple streams of income. And so that's where you go, okay, we're going to keep running our Facebook ads, but now we're going to jump in YouTube, and we're going to try running some YouTube ads, see how that performs. So yeah, I hope that helps with making sense. So let's hop down here to to our SEO. So blogs. The reason so the one thing to know about SEO is that SEO is going to have this is going to have time restraints, meaning that like as you get started with SEO, it's going to take you a good 3 or 4 months just to start seeing local results. It just how it goes. It's just the nature of the beast with SEO. Now, like if you're looking at platforms like Facebook and running like paid ads like this, these are going to generate leads a lot faster. Like they're going to instantly start generating leads, but the quality is not always the greatest. Meaning that like as you get in here, as you start running these ads, as you start generating leads from them, you're going to get some people that are going to be good, but as time goes on, you get 2, 3, 4 weeks into it. Now the AI on the platform starts to really figure out, okay, these people are really opting in. These are producing the most leads for you. And so your quality starts to go up as well. Now you can get instant leads right out of the gate. You'll still pick up low hanging fruit while you get in there. But it still takes a little bit of time for them to dial in, but nothing like it takes with SEO. And then the other side of SEO is like, while you're working on building out your SEO strategy, putting things together, you're going to have that time restraint, but there's also going to be those businesses who are already at the top, who are kind of securing their spot and working on their SEO strategy as well. So here's what we're going to do for that. Sorry, need caffeine. So here's what we're going to do with that. You're going to have your SEO. You're going to, again, your SEO is going to work around. This is something I brought up before, but I love this idea. I'm passionate about it. It makes so much sense. It's unbelievable, because once you see how all of these start to tie in together, it's going to help you come up with a really smart strategy for getting things going. But your blog, you want to start with FAQs. Like what are you constantly talking about? What questions are you constantly answering for your clients, for your leads? Like what are the most common things? And start writing blogs about that. And this is going to have multiple effects. One, it may not like, again, we know that from a lead generation standpoint, this isn't going to be something that's going to instantly overnight just like explode your traffic to your website. But what it is going to do is it's going to make it, while you and your team are going through the sales process, you're going to have ammunition to start sending out blogs, to start sending them articles, to drive them back to your website, to start getting traffic with it. Now, the other thing that you can look at is that you can look at like a YouTube strategy. And we actually didn't even, man, we didn't even put in, we didn't even go after organic yet. But this will actually this can play very well with your organic strategy, because as you start building out like videos, as you start doing live videos, as you start getting into some of the different areas that organic traffic is going to help, this is going to give you that database of articles that you need, that's going to help your SEO, but it's also going to help you on the organic side and close deals. So it's just kind of one of those ways that you need to be thinking about it. But SEO is going to really, it's really what you're going to need to accomplish SEO. Strategy is always the first thing. And this is going to be your keyword strategy, meaning that thinking about what keywords do you want to rank for, meaning that if they search for how to build business credit, do you want to show up? What are the ones that are going to make sense? And then you're going to have to look at just content production as well. And again, that's where, like, starting with your FAQs, that's where that really takes place, is under that content production. But the other side is that this is something that you can outsource, and you can also hire people to come in and help you. And this makes sense if you're not great with SEO. Now, if I'm looking at a quick, like, just I want to grow as fast as I possibly can, I'm gonna save SEO in my back pocket. Like this isn't something that's going to make sense for me right out of the gate. because it's going to take time for it to build up there. Where my paid ads, my networking, my affiliate program, basically everything else except for maybe organic marketing is going to produce instant results. Where SEO and organic are going to be kind of the two that that kind of are outliers with it. All right, so let's think through networking. Networking, we're going to need to be thinking about networking is also going to have time constraints on it. I think this word's actually supposed to be constraints. It's all right. Networking is going to have time constraints because obviously, like if you're networking with people, you're going to have to go see them. You're going to have to show up at meetings. Like there's just a lot of time commitments that actually go into networking. But then you want to think about your materials. Like when somebody comes in, what are you giving them? How are you introducing yourself? And this is also going to play very, very heavily into your follow-up strategy, because your follow-up with somebody that you meet at an organic network or at a face-to-face networking event is going to be different than your follow-up somebody who opts in for a guide, who downloads a form, who kind of goes through any of that process. But you want to be but you're also going to want to have some of your materials ready for that. But the nice thing about organic marketing is you can use like your website, you can use a lot of the stuff that's already there, and start diving into it more. So my strategy right out of the gate of what we're going to approach is we're going to pick one paid ad platform. We're going to be writing the blogs because I'm going to need that anyway for our sales team. We are going to be networking. We're going to be working on this side. But this networking is actually going to play very, very heavily into our affiliate program as well. Meaning, if you want to get the most out of your networking, have your affiliate program up and going. Because if you walk into a networking meeting and you're like, hey, here's what I do, and if you sign up with me, I'll put you on my affiliate program, like they love that. Like people love to get paid. That's why we do what we do, is to get paid. So these two are really going to go hand in hand. Like having my affiliate program and then getting out there and networking together based off that is going to provide the fastest return of getting people referred, getting people to come over to you. Now, the affiliate program is also something else that I'm going to attack right out of the gate for a rapid growth strategy. And the reason is because it is going to help. It is going to help our customers or clients, people that we're currently working with. They're going to be happy because now they're not just getting your products and services, but they're also making money with you on something that they're actively using. So it makes it easy for them to have conversations of going, oh yeah, I'm building business credit. I'm using Fundability. Here's my card. Go talk to my friend Brett. He's going to help you out. And so it really helps with coming up with that strategy with the affiliate program to launch it to your customers. But the other side of this is you want to start thinking about JV partners. And what a JV partner looks like is, and I know a lot of you guys on here, we've talked about this before, but you can hang out with me. It's still fun. But the JV partner are people that are going to have big lists. They're going to have big influencers. They're going to have a lot of different things going on from a lot of different areas. So having these JV partners up and going is going to make is going to be a quick way that you can drive traffic in just by having your affiliate program, having your customers. And the other side is your affiliate program works very well from an organic standpoint as well, meaning that if people are showing up on your website, you have it listed, you have it showing up there, people love that. They'll just opt in for your affiliate program, even oftentimes without buying anything. So the affiliate program is another way that we're going to go about that. Next, we want to think about list marketing. List marketing. Now, essentially, when you start getting into marketing with the list, you have a couple things that you want to think through. First, you do need to purchase a list, meaning you're going to spend a little bit of money there. If you need help with that, our friends at Leads Locator can help you out with that. Leadslocator.com. Or my friend Daryl, we did a live a couple weeks ago. He's awesome. They can help you with getting a list. They can help you on that side. But the other side is, so once you have the list, you need to be thinking about like how how do you convert the list? Now there's going to be several ways that you can do this. One is going to be you could be looking at cold email campaigns, but you can also be thinking about AI call bots. You can even be thinking about like AI chatbots, doing outreach with that side. Cold email campaigns, I will tell you up front, do not use your Profit Lifter account for a cold email campaign. It will bite you in the butt. They do not like Go High Level is not a fan of cold email campaigns, and any CRM is really not designed for cold email campaigns. The reason is because like you can download like thousands and thousands, like 100,000 different contacts in there. But out of that, once you start sending out the cold email campaigns, there may only be 10,000 people in there that are actually like interested in what you're doing that would classify as like a cold email, or something that would work for like a cold email campaign, or be interested as a lead. And then from there, and you notice how we're not talking strategy yet. We haven't gotten into like creating irresistible offers. We're just starting to put together a strategy of like how do we want to do it, and then we're going to be thinking about what do we want to do for that, and we'll cover that on the next one because that's the next logical place in here. Last one, organic, and I know we've talked about this. These are going to be your live videos. These are going to be your social media posts that you're working on. This can also be, what are some of the other things that we had talked about with organic? Let's hop over to our handy dandy little cheat sheet. All right. So for our cheat sheet, we've got, yeah, daily posts, short videos, organic networking, social media, blog posts. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to leave that there. I think that's a decent starting point for. I think this is a decent starting point for this side. So we're going to call this SM networking. Social media networking basically means you find groups of people that fit your demographic of what you're trying to accomplish, and then you work on, and then you just get in there, start answering questions, and be a real legitimate source of information for them. Now, if I'm getting started on driving traffic, which I am, which is part of the reason I'm doing this, is because if I'm doing it for me, I want to show you what I'm doing. The thing that I'm going to do is this. I'm going to be thinking about, like, I want to start. Sorry, neighbors are walking. My dog doesn't like that. So the first thing I want to be thinking about is where do I want to run my ads? I do want to run some sort of paid ads. So we're going to start on our platform here. And like for me, I'm kind of a fan of the Facebook ads. I really have no reason why. It's just comfortable for me. I've been there. I've used it. It's pretty easy to get into. And out of the gate, and you notice how I'm just going through. I'm just kind of picking one. I'm gonna wait on the click ads. I'm gonna wait on the search ads until we've ran this. Now that other side, like I said, we're gonna be intentional about writing blogs using our SEO keywords, starting with these FAQs, putting that together. But I am not gonna like I don't want this to be something that I'm worried about in the forefront of our growth strategy. This is something that I'm gonna want to incorporate later on, once we've got solid leads coming in, everything's rocking and rolling and going. Networking, I do want to do networking, and obviously I do want to have an affiliate program. These are going to make sense. I do want to do this because this is just easy, and I will tell you guys, hands down, if you said, hey, you need to go close the deal by the end of the week, you come to me on Monday, you're like, hey, I need you to close as many deals as you can by the end of the week. The one thing that I am going to do is I'm going to hit up my entire network. I'm going to hit up everybody I know, and I'm going to start asking for referrals. I'm going to start showing up at meetings. I'm going to go shake hands, kiss babies, do the song and dance, offer them my affiliate program, and I am going to work a network to try to get as many leads in as I possibly can, because those are going to be the hottest ones. Because anytime somebody refers you somebody, it's always gonna be hot. It's usually going to be hot. But your chance of converting them is a lot higher based on them being referred to you by someone else. List marketing, don't care. Not to sound bad about this, I don't like it right out of the gate. The reason I don't like it right out of the gate is because on this is a lot higher. Meaning that, like, if I get in here and I purchase a list, I gotta come up with software for cold email campaigns. Now I gotta pay for AI call bots. I gotta pay for AI chat bots. I don't think this is my most effective route right out of the gate. This is something that I want to approach later. And this would probably be my like, honestly, where I would put this in my strategy. Um, and I just had an idea. Um, we're gonna put together a strategy map for you guys on this, because as I'm sitting here looking at it, I'm like, we need to just have all of this listed, and we need to give you a checklist that you could go through and then just set these up, and then that way you can have a list of things that you can look at and go, oh, I want to do this. I'm already doing this, where we can help you keep track of what you're currently doing, what's working, what's not working, all of that, because that's the fun of it. So list marketing, I'm gonna skip this. I think I'm gonna put this as like, um, I'm not even gonna call it Q3, because Q3 we really want to focus in on optimizing and scaling up our paid ad strategy. And with this paid ad strategy, we again, these are just platforms. Um, we haven't even started getting into actual strategy with this yet. Because, like, with our paid ad strategy, I'm not going to just run one ad and then dump as much money as I can on it. Um, I'm going to be looking at several different things. I'm going to be running multiple ads over time, but I'm going to start one ad at a time, and then I'm just going to run multiple ads after it starts producing. So, meaning that if I run my first ad, I get it in, it starts producing, I start making revenue from it. I'm like, cool, we're going to leave that one now. Let's split test, and let's dump some of the money that I'm making from this one ad into another ad. And so from there, like, my paid ad strategy, I'm going to start with one. I'm going to start generating traffic. I'm going to build a custom audience, and guys, we'll really jump into this a little bit later, probably next week, because it, again, is right here in our path here. We're going to be thinking through building a custom audience. Then I'm going to be getting into a retargeting strategy, and then from there, the other thing that I want to be thinking about is I also want to be thinking about engagement strategies, meaning that, like, how do I keep myself top of mind with people, so that if they've been here, if they've looked through this stuff, like, how can I do this? And you notice this is all one strategy on one platform that I would be looking at over a quarter, meaning that this is always going to be there. Like, I'm not super concerned about this, because this is something that's just naturally going to happen from this process. So I'm not too concerned about that. But I do want to run my first ad, and then from there, as we're building our custom audience, we're going to be jumping into retargeting strategies, or start building our list. Give it a month, then we're going to start getting into retargeting, and come up with different ways that we can retarget people from there, and get things rolling. Sorry, my daughter took my car, so I have to. She just texted me, make sure the kiddo's okay. All right, so but we're going to dive into this strategy much more. But a couple other things that we want to look at. We also want to look at, like, under organic videos. We want to think about, like, do you want to do YouTube videos? Do you want to do short videos? All of this stuff, because all of this is going to play into All of this is going to play into our bigger strategy as we get going over here. And you can see we just spent an hour just thinking through the first part of, of our top of funnel, the advertising. But I think that as we keep moving, like I said, I love this idea of creating a strategy map. And so I think we're going to be building this out starting next week. We're going to start building a strategy map with you that we can start incorporating, so that way, like if you need to know, if you need to think through what's your lead strategy, you'll have a list of different ideas that you can choose from, be able to keep track of what you're actually using, what's there, and get going and use it that way. So all right, well, that's all I got for you guys for today. My brain's kind of rolling out here, but appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And if you haven't, and like I said, your affiliate manager should be up and active. We will be doing an exclusive webinar next week where it'll be a closed webinar that we'll just jump in, show you everything, walk you through step by step, and do it live. That way, if you're not having any luck working on it inside of the members area, we can answer your questions in a live setting and help you out with that. But yeah, happy Friday. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Now that we've got our first Snap-on officially up and live, these next ones are going to start flying by. So keep an eye out. You'll see these starting to pop up everywhere all the time. And yeah, that's all I got for you today. Have yourselves an amazing weekend, and we'll see you next time.